G'day everyone, my name's Azareth, welcome to my channel. So I'm just going to do another general random read today. I'm going to keep this relatively short because the last couple messages have been relatively long, like an hour long, so I want to cut that down a little bit. Now I wanted to mention, I wanted to actually directly talk about this, but so I had a dream last night. It was to do with there was something about, I was like in amongst a crowd of people. We're all sitting down in seats and there was a stage, and I don't remember what was actually going on in the stage. I just remember the significance of being in amongst the people. And then for some reason there was like people were grouped off and sent other places and stuff, and you were a part of this group of people. Now in this group of people, there was someone that was like kind of stood out to me, and within this group of people, and that was actually my ex. And I remember acknowledging that she was there in this group, because we ended up, like in the group that I was in, we ended up circling around each other, and like we were all in a circle, and we're talking about stuff, or we're playing some kind of game or something, and I was kind of like, a lot of attention was on me, and she was there, and I could feel there was a tension there, and I remember consciously acknowledging, like, I'm not going to treat her any different than anybody else. I'm just not going to directly engage, but I'm going to act as if she's just like everyone else. So this could be significant for somebody if, let's say, you are, so for some reason, someone comes into your life that you've had a significance to you, or still do have a significance to you, and they're kind of just watching you. Like, I feel like they're watching you from the crowd, in a sense. Like, they might feel like they can't reach you, but their attention is still on you. I don't know if it's going to be significant for anyone. I don't know if this is going to go into the reading either, so like the energy of that's going to be coming from that read, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to do a read. I just thought I'd mention that dream because I felt like I needed to. But anyway, we're just going to get straight into this. I did do a warm-up read off camera. If the same energy from that reading comes in, I'll mention that, but I'm just going to say that now in case I cross-reference to that one, so we'll see. But I vaguely remember that story from the other one. I've already kind of moved on. Anyway, let's just get into this. Let's see what's going on in the collective. Alright, start off from the get-go. There's this choice and this balancing act going on. Both the Two of Swords and Two of Pentacles came out, and then you got Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Three of Wands. There's some kind of balancing act going on, or trying to balance, trying to make a decision to find balance so that you can continue working on what you're working on. What's this? The other, so there's two options. You're just trying to, one option is the Nine of Pentacles that just came out. The other option is trying to be in balance with something about, because you've got the Three of Wands here as well. So trying to find a balance with the physical, trying to find balance in your mind and come to a decision on something, coming to a conclusion, but you're unsure of where to go from here. Get a couple more cards. this side. And movement towards. Okay. I think this is like a coming together to a certain degree. So I feel like that I don't know if this is multiple people. This could be you moving into more steady ground and being a bit more grounded in your mind, and also becoming a bit more stable in the physical as well. You're trying to balance on how to give to people. Or people are coming to you and you're giving too much of your energy and you're not sure how to. You're just trying to figure it out because you might be feeling like you're more depleted than anything, or people are asking more of you and you're trying to figure out whether or not you need to start rejecting some of the stuff that's being asked of you, so that you've got more time to focus on yourself, or to not be so drained. And this decision is trying to figure out whether or not you should. This because you got the Death card underneath the Two of Swords. Like, whatever this decision is, it's the kind of decision that there is only one option. Like the alternate, no, there's two options. There's only one option. Maybe there is only one option, and maybe that's what you have to accept. And it's you're putting into a position where you are kind of stagnant because you realize that people are asking too much of you, or there's a lot being asked of you, and you don't know how to move forward with it. Tower, no swords, Seven of Pentacles. I'll keep that in mind, but I won't take them. Nine of Pentacles and a Nine of Pentacles. Maybe whatever this decision is that you're making is putting you in a pretty wealthy position. You're very, like, your physical reality is becoming very stable because you make this decision. Or maybe you need to be on guard because this wealth and finance is coming through, because you're learning how to balance the things in the material world. What's this Nine of Swords? There's a lot of quick movement with this stuff. I feel like this is you looking over, like this is someone looking over and going within, trying to figure out what's going on and doing some internal work, and then they kind of make a decision, or they make an impulse decision, and which allows them to kind of, because they're trying to figure out, they're trying to see how they can move quickly. And they're trying to see what's on the other side. They're trying to see things. They're trying to see from the hilltop, from a higher perspective, on how they're going to move forward, and all that they see on this other side of this hill or mountain. That, or maybe this was somebody has been in isolation, and they decide to move, and they make quick movement. And what this movement is trying to climb a mountain. It's weird things, like, kind of thing, but like they climb this mountain and they see what's on the other side of it, and they see that there's new opportunities, there's a lot of new stuff, and they start moving in towards this, and all this is them trying to make the balancing decision, that in that balancing act, and trying to figure out, how do if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to continue on, if I'm going to go down into this valley from this hill into this new place, how am I gonna stay balanced, and how am I gonna make good decisions on stuff? Like, this is also the Two of Swords. I'm making that decision, but then the Two of Pentacles trying to actually, figure out how to make that balance within the whole thing. Because I feel like the balancing is that a lot is going to be asked of you, and this decision, making that final decision, is you transforming and accepting whatever this is and not having any resistance to it. And then it goes to the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles twice over. So I see that there's a lot of abundance here, there's a lot of fulfillment, and then there's only more faster, quick progress from there. And I feel like this could be more so like in a business sense. Then he's got the Eight of Swords here as well. Oh, is it 11 minutes? Kind of looking at the time to make sure. What's this? Four of Swords. I said Four of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like whoever this person is who's been isolated from people, has also been in a kind of, I feel like in the material world, you've been holding on to what you have because you feel like you don't have much, and then you move quickly. Like there's this fast movement. What's this Nine of Wands? Whoa, way too much. But I see the Tower, but I'm not going to set these cards because it's too many. We just want one. Just one. Thank you. Just one. These two want to come out. Why is so many? What is going on? The Tower wants to come out. There's a Tower moment. There's some kind of Tower moment. There's a new realization of something. Realizing that there needs to be some kind of change. And maybe this is what that change is realizing that there's stuff on the other side, on this mountain. You can see stuff. The change is you. The Tower moment is you realizing that there's something else on the other side. You've been sort of stuck in this place. Whoever this is for, and you've decided, like, you're trying to find a balance. And how do I with what resources I currently have in front of me, how can I balance them to allow myself to move forward? How much can I give people? How much should my give and take how much should it be? Or someone's offering you an opportunity here. Someone's offering and giving you some kind of opportunity that does bring balance in the physical world, in the material world. And this is you also, like, allowing yourself to drop your guard to a degree. Lovers. And then when you drop your guard, if this is a business thing, or it's kind of like, or you make the decision to allow yourself to move forward with whatever this whole like build-up is, it just brings you into such a stable financial place, or just in the material, you're very satisfied, very fulfilled, you're very happy about it, and it allows you to continue moving forward. But there's something here holding you back. What is this? I just want one card on this. Like you're holding yourself back on something though. Something that ties you up. What's this Eight of Swords? Card. Temperance. Because you need to make a sacrifice in your own world as well. Like you need to make that kind of sacrifice, and so that you can continue moving forward. This could be like the habit of doing something, or needing to develop a habit to do something. This could be you trying to get creative as well, and whatever this is, you're being given the opportunity to actually have that financial abundance, so you can do and work on your art. Whatever your art may be, your work, your craft, you're being given that opportunity. You're being given that stability to do so from a place where you weren't stable, where you feel like you're being seen. 98664. Got the build up for 2234. Anyway. So this is like some kind of like, this is you trying to focus on your creativity and you're concerned about your abundance. I would say this is the universe coming in, or someone coming in to help and give you the opportunity. Or this is you going out and getting the opportunity by finding some kind of balance within yourself and finally making that decision and moving towards it and not allowing yourself to be swayed or swapped. Like swapped? Swayed or swapped. Luminous Warrior. This is a spirit helping you and guiding you with this. Because you're a spiritual warrior, luminous warrior. You're not being like, this is you being asked not to actually fight. You don't need to fight because you're being given your blessings anyway. I feel like this is you maybe realizing that you fighting is only putting you in a place where you're against everything. Then you see stuff from over the top and you wish you could have stuff like on the other side of that mountain. You wish you could have that stuff, and Spirit's like, yeah, it's yours, but you need to balance this out because you're not approaching this properly. Maybe that, or here, kind of like you're not balancing your situation properly. This person's not balancing this out properly. Wild woman. Allowing yourself to kind of like, with this art opportunity, like this opportunity, whatever this is, it's some kind of opportunity and decision that just kind of transforms things in a way and puts you in a very highly abundant place. Because you either made an impulsive decision in terms of business and finance, which will just, by luck, it will work out for you. Somehow, it just does. Because you make this decision, this clear-cut decision, and it comes in. Like you feel like it's not a balanced decision, or you may feel like it wasn't really worth it ultimately, or it's not going to work out for you in the way that you think it is. But it comes through authentic truth and sensitivity. This could be to do with your own, whoever this is, your own internal realm and how you see and perceive things, and you perceive yourself. And you put yourself into this highly abundant place, but then you also have these restrictions on yourself. Like, I feel like you can cultivate the energy. You're sensitive enough that you can feel and pull the energy that you really want towards yourself. And that's probably you trying to find balance and also having the acceptance in yourself to kind of accept what you're actually capable of doing, and accepting that you deserve all these things. And that's where the death comes in. It's the acceptance of that fact that you can do anything and that you will do anything, and you're going to focus on this art or this craft or something to do with your creativity is really important, because you're done being in isolation. And when you have this tower moment, you kind of just move really fast, or you decide to make a decision towards something and it kind of crumbles, and you kind of just take a moment to reflect on where you're at, realizing that, oh wait, this decision actually wasn't for me, and being like, and you're just looking at the other side of things. On the other side of the mountain, you could have gone up, you could have been walking along the middle of on top of the mountain for a wee while, and decided, I'm going to go down this valley, this one looks like my decision, realizing, oh crap, this isn't actually my valley, there's no people here, I'm on my own, I'm kind of having to be kind of strict on myself and my resources. So you climb up the mountain again, you'd be like, okay, I'm looking at this other side, it looks way better, there's actually people here, there's stuff where I can grow, there's fertile land. And you come down in this valley, and you kind of like, and this is like a decision where you're trying to have to make balance, you're trying to figure out how can I use my resources and in what way, and how can I serve people with what I have. I don't have much to give at this time, but I want to give. I want to offer some kind of service and support people in some kind of way. I want to be able to give people something that's tangible for them that they can work on, work with, or manage. And this is you trying to take the moment to figure out whatever this decision is. But it is these internal beliefs while you're trying to make really, like, you're moving fast. As soon as you go through this transformation, you straight through, and you just sit in this, you accept that energy of your birthright of abundance, and that is part of your authentic truth and being sensitive. I'm going to read on Wild Woman real quick. 62, all the way at the bottom. I think it's just the final card, actually. 60, yeah, no, almost. This is a beautiful card. When the wild woman dances into your reading, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self and true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover the light and let it shine brightly regardless of the perceived consequences. Yeah, this is an all or nothing sort of decision. It's like faith as well. It's a strong faith, putting away your weapon and not feeling the need to fight, allowing yourself to be sensitive to these things, just so that you can continue being in your authentic truth. Because your authentic truth, there's something about you and your soul that's asking you to be gentle. You be gentle with yourself, be gentle how you approach things, but then use that gentleness and that sensitivity to kind of tap into the energies of the universe and to help guide you and bring you forward and further in. I want to get one more. We'll go to a Luminous Warrior real quick so I can read you on that. 27. Luminous Warrior. The Luminous Warrior has no enemies in this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather than what hides in the dark. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform this most terrible enemy into his ally. His power does not come from sword, but speaking his truth at all costs. It is to do with truth as well. This is like a real big thing on authentic truth, and maybe I feel like that is partly to do with whatever you're trying to move forward with. It's like you being asked and called for, and you're going through that thought process of accepting these things within yourself to come through and true with your authenticity and putting your authenticity into your work without caring about what other people think or what society is going to think of you or anything like that. And realistically, when you make this decision and go through this transformation, you're gonna just feel content. You're gonna be feeling so content and fulfilled, especially in the material world. But it's about releasing some of the restraints on you as well while you make this choice and continue moving forward with this, because you are putting constraints on yourself, I feel. And this is coming from in the place of the Four of Swords, which is where, like, it's where you have been, it's where you are at, it's where you have gone before. You've been on your own. You felt like you didn't have many resources around you to like get where you felt like you needed to be. But now because you weren't being completely authentic, you're thinking about other people's opinions of you, and realized when you look over at the other side of that into the world of I don't care what society thinks of me, you're like, wow, that actually looks way more fulfilling, because then I can actually be and present and represent who I actually am to people in an authentic way. And that kind of makes people be like, oh, I can't control this person anymore. I feel like that's probably what's happening with the Eight of Swords as well, is that you aren't letting yourself be controlled by anyone. because you're focusing on your work and your craft as well, whatever that is. I'm going to get the sensitivity card from the light, language of light. It's 15. Too far. Heightened intuition and compassion. You are becoming more sensitive to the energy and vibrations that precede all physical creation. We can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Sense beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up-to-date information through your senses. When you are open to sensing and feeling love, it also means we are open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actively choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Don't let old stories determine what you feel and think. There is no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for another or situation doesn't help them or you. It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feeds back what they already know. Wait, what? It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feeds back what they already know. You came here to create reality, not to accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think or what you say, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? Wow, that's pretty relevant, because this is some kind of movement, realizing what you actually want. And I feel like there is a time where you need to be still, because you make quick decisions and quick movement towards things. You don't give enough time for yourself to be still. And this is about not caring what other people think, so that you can live in your authentic truth. Not letting people guide you to what creations that you're creating in the reality world, in the physical world. Well, I just want to get one more card. What comes after this Knight of Swords? Like, what comes after this fulfill? Like, this is I feel like this is you going within yourself and accepting yourself, but also accepting the abundance that is your birthright. And as well as feeling the abundance. You got to feel that abundance so that it can come into your reality. Feel it, accept it, and be patient as well. And not to give a time and estimation on when something's supposed to arrive. Or arrive when you can cultivate the energy and accept that it is yours. You're after... Whoa, it's Knight of Cups is... No, I want to take that. He's not supposed to be upside down like that. What's this Knight of Swords? What comes after this Knight of Swords? Oh, that'll pop right out. You get the high ground on how you progress things. This is you being able to like, it's like you defend yourself, but you don't have to even try to. People aren't going to be able to sway you that easily. They're not going to be able to take you off what you're doing. They can't. You're in a place where, again, what they say is irrelevant. Like, what people think is irrelevant, because you that's what, like, you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. You can just accept. You can accept what they're saying, but you don't have to take it on board. Acknowledge the fact of where these people and where these souls are actually at within their own journey, because it reflects on the way that they treat you. And just accept that that's where they're at, and just send them love. Just be unconditional, because that's all you can do, because that's all you are. And embrace your authenticity. This is excellent. Right, I'm going to end the reading here. Feels kind of weird doing a much shorter video. Like, I want to keep going and going, but I can't always just do that. So let's keep this one short. If you enjoyed this video, please comment if this resonated with you especially. And if you want to stay up to date with future videos or anything, do subscribe. That'll be muchly appreciated. Yeah. If it definitely resonated, do put in the comments your situation, or with whatever you're willing to share, of course. And again, this went into law of attraction again. So the last few videos I've done, the topic of law of attraction has actually popped up. So I feel like the need to do a video on law of attraction is becoming very, very relevant. So if you'd like me to go into a video of that, actually going into I can go really in depth, I can go really shallow, however people want me or need what they need to hear or how they need to hear it, I'm willing to go into a video explaining the law of attraction potentially in a different way than what other people have talked about before. And it'd be similar. The ultimate idea of law of attraction is it's the same thing. You're doing the exact same thing, but sometimes people need it to be explained in different ways so that they can actually conceptualize it. Because it is kind of this like, it isn't the physical as such, so it's harder to conceptualize it because you can't see it, you can't hold it, you can't feel it, or you can't feel it. The whole point of it so you can feel it. And then like stuff only comes to the physical when you are there vibrating at that level that you need to be on. So I just might do a video in general on law of attraction. But if you do want to see a video on that, please do comment, because it'd be really, really good. 3131, saw that. Alright, I hope everyone's well, and yeah, I'll catch you later. Ciao.